Hi, I am Eduardo Chacon, and I'm going to present about CNC Programming and Alpha G and M codes. Okay, welcome to this presentation on CNC Programming. Today we will learn how Alpha G and M codes work, which are the foundation for programming any CNC machine. Understanding these codes is essential to read clear instructions that the machine can execute correctly. Throughout the video, we will see practical examples so you can apply that what you learn. So next, in this slide, alpha code are letters that represent different foundations in a CNC program. For example, the letter F indicates the feed rate. N is the sequence number for each line. O identifies the program number. S is the spindle speed in revolution per minute. T is a tool number, and X, Y, Z represent the axis coordinate. Um, well, these codes allow us to give a specific instruction to the machine. For example, with movements or when you wanna change a tool, you can use the T to select the different cura, something like that. For example, I see this type of codes like complements of G codes, and you look in the examples that I will give you how these work together. For example, I don't know, the code for change the tool works with E codes and alpha codes in CNC to represent or to act in the correct way the machine. Okay, the next slide I will talk about G codes overview. The G codes are instructions for movements or mode of operation. Examples include G00 for rapid movements, G01 for controlled linear movements, and G02 or G03 for circular movements. In clockwise or counterclockwise direction, G20 and G21 defines where we work in inches, or millimeters. G90 and G91 set words we use absolute or incremental coordinates. Mm, there are also connect cycles like G81 for drilling and G43 for big drilling. These codes are the backbone of any tool part. For me, is um, the more important codes, but also we need to complement with the other codes. It's very important uh, For example, I don't know, these codes help you to put coolant or different different things. For example, I don't know, the you know what I mean? As you know, mm, yes, I think it's better if I continue. So, well, this is live. I will talk about M codes overview. Okay. M codes control auxiliary functions of the machine. For example, M00 stops the program. M03 turns the spindle unclockwise. M05 stops it. M06 changes the tool, and M30 ends the program and rewinds it. The commands do not move the tool directly, but they are essential for correct correct sequences of operations. Yes. Uh, for for this reason, encodes are also important uh, to say that the machine stop the program and stop the production or processing of this piece, stop the machine, you know. Also, encodes um, one code that is like emergency stop program. That is when you can use that to look the piece how it work, or well, in the machine also we have a part that you can control the velocity of the machine, and you can be sure if the piece are good or not, and you can stop in the movement that you think that is necessary. uh, Stop emergency is the button that you need to press do it, and yes. Okay, the first example is simple phasing. This is an example of simple phasing program. First, we identify the program with 01001. We set the units and the working plane with E20, E90, E17. This is a security line. For example, we select tool T01 and active it with M06. We set the spindle speed with S1200, M03. Then we position the tool with G00, lower it to the material with G01, and perform the cut. Finally, we retract the tool with E00, stop the spindle, and end the program with M30. Is a basic basic example like this is more easier to do that. And yes, uh, we did something like this code the first class that we talk about CNC in the school. I remember, and I wanna put that here. The second example, we performed a drilling cycle using G81 after setting units on the work plane. We select tool T02 and start the spindle. We position the tool with G00 and execute G81, which automatically drills to the specified depth. G80 cancels the cycle. This type of program, uh, this type of program saves time and simplifies the code. You know what I mean? Okay, the last example is pocket milling. We select tool T03, turns on the spindle and lower to the cutting dip using G01 movements. We trans the counter of the pocket in the clockwise direction at the end and retract the tool with G00. Stop the spindle and end the program. This operation is very common in parts, recesses, or cavities. Okay, in this part, I will show you uh, a summary. In summary, we reviewed alpha, E, and M codes and how they are used to program a CNC machine. We looked at practical examples of facing, drilling, and pocket milling. The key is to understand what each code means and the correct sequence so the machine executes the operation safely and accurately. I encourage you to practice winning your own programs to enhance this knowledge. And already we have softwares that help us to do codes. You only put what you want to do and then we'll give you the results, but it's important to have the knowledge about these codes because uh well you don't know if someone tell you that you need to program that to be to to get the the job, or something else. And also in the industry, you don't use this type of softwares, or I don't know. It's more manual, or like for example, ChatGPT is blog for companies or for industry. For example, in the company that I am already in this moment, look this type of of yeah of websites because she don't want that her information that you give uh, her information or information of the company into the internet. And yes, you need to have the knowledge. It's more important in all aspects. So take in account is this